Hello everyone, Faiza Alvi, your Northern Virginia realtor. Well, today I'm bringing this video to you and talk about some market updates and talk about interest rates particularly. You may have heard that in the past 2 weeks interest rates have gone up. It could be that you heard it over the news, or maybe you are someone who is keeping an eye on the interest rate, or maybe you are someone who just don't know what's going on in the marketplace. And that's okay. That's where I come in as your friend and as your Northern Virginia realtor to inform you what's going on in the real estate marketplace. So today we are going to talk about interest rate and how it can impact consumers, the buyers and the sellers. So this is very interesting when I say that it can impact sellers, because and we're going to talk about that after I go over how it can impact the buyer. So the basic rule of thumb with interest rates creeping up is that 1% increase in an interest rate can almost bring down 10% in your purchasing power. Scary, huh? Yeah. So, well, that's why you need to think about it, and that's why you need to stay informed, especially if you are looking on buying, your next home or your future home, upgrading, downgrading, or if you know somebody who is in that situation and renting right now and planning to buy in future. So this is a really valuable information. So let's look at how it can impact your monthly payments and how it can impact your mortgage. Let's look at that. And this information came from a really good friend of mine. He is a rock star lender here in the DC metro area. And as he says, and on a $475,000 home, if interest rate goes up by 0.5%, half a percent, your monthly payment on a $475,000 home can increase up to $170 per month. Now, $170 per month means over $2,000 in interest payments, extra interest payments a year. And if you calculate that into the next 10 to 20 or 30 years, it can really, looking at it, on the course of 30 years, it could be almost over $50,000 in interest payments. So that is really something you must be thinking about and calculating and sitting down with your lender, with your realtor, and talking numbers about and seeing how you can make it work for you in your best interest. So now, if you are a buyer, or if you know someone who's holding on to buying a home, you need to be a good resource to them, who somebody who is near and dear to you, maybe your friend, your family, or a colleague, and tell them to act now rather than waiting, because it could cost them more and eventually offset their purchasing power. For instance, if you're able to buy something at an interest rate which is lower, and if the interest rate go up, you may not be able to buy the same house at the same price. You may have to put down more money to bring down the value, the loan value, or you may have to look into a different kind of mortgage product. And since I'm not a lender, I'm not a loan officer, I just wanted to bring this information to you as your friend, as your buddy, as your real estate, go-to person. I feel that I have a responsibility to inform you what's going on in the real estate marketplace, and at least bring the information which comes to me to you guys, so you can make your informed decision. Now, so rule of thumb: if somebody's looking to buy, if you're looking to buy, or if you have been planning to buy, then act now. Don't wait before it goes too up. In my experience, I know of one family who wanted to wait, and somebody told them that interest rate may go down, and they waited, and the next year their income just increased a little bit, and interest rate were more higher, and their purchasing power just went away, and they just now cannot buy anymore. So be very mindful when it comes down to interest rates, and be very mindful to see where you want to be and how your realtor and your lender can help you get there. Now let's talk about how interest rate can impact sellers. Well, this is interesting. So, you must be thinking that, well, I'm selling my home. I'm not going out there to, find financing. Then how come interest rate impact me as a seller to sell my home? Well, it does because, you see, when the interest rates are lower, we have more purchasers, more buyers in the marketplace. When the interest rates go up, purchasing power comes down. That being said, there are less buyers in the market buying that very home. So, and a lot of times people do think, oh, we want to wait until after the holidays. We want to wait until the spring market to hit to sell our home because spring is a better market. Well, waiting until spring and selling your home, later when the competition is higher is a whole different topic. And actually, I should do another whole video on that, explaining how it can impact your bottom line, how it could cost you more to sell in spring and affect your bottom line and save you less on the savings once on your profit of the sale of the home. I should talk about it in my next video. Well, we were talking about interest rate today. So interest rate goes up, your purchasing power comes down. If you're a seller, there are less buyers in the marketplace. So if you know anyone, please share this video with them. Talk about this to them. And if you have any further question, I would be happy to connect you with my rockstar, top-notch lenders here in the DC metro area or anywhere in the US. And if you have any other questions related to real estate, you know who to call. Give me a call and I would be happy to answer your questions, your concerns, and happy to help you. 703-389-7973. You guys have a wonderful day and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.